Well, an update to a story we first brought to you over the weekend. An Honduran woman and her 5 children will voluntarily leave the country after her husband was arrested and detained by ICE agents in Houston despite not having a criminal record. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia catching up with the woman and her attorney ahead of their immigration court hearing.
I'm a bit nervous and scared because of the situation with my 2 youngest daughters' documentation, but I'm trusting in God, and with His help, we're going to get through this.
Angelica Castillo is a Honduran native that arrived to the United States 7 months ago with her 5 children and husband. All was going well until last month. Her husband was arrested and detained by ICE despite not having a criminal record. Castillo was able to talk with her husband before her immigration court hearing.
I'm happy because I was able to see him and see that he's doing well. He says others have been deported, but he's still detained. He says he gets impatient because he wants to be with his family and see his daughters.
Anxious and nervous, Castillo stood before an immigration judge with her attorney, Sylvia Mintz. Castillo had already decided that she wanted to leave the country and self-deport, and the judge granted her wish.
Today was a very important day because we were asking the judge to give us pre-conclusion voluntary departure, which means before we even have a hearing on the merits, she wants to leave.
Minutes before her court hearing, her husband called her and told her he had finally signed documents to be deported. He will be flown to Honduras in 2 weeks. For Castillo, the judge gave her until June 26th to leave the country.
Soon we will be reunited and give each other a big hug after going through all of this, because both of us and the kids have suffered during this time we've been separated, and I do not want to be here in this country if it's not with him and all of our kids.
Angelica says she has no regrets but would not embark on the journey again, and her attorney advises undocumented immigrants to show up for their court hearings.
Don't be afraid to show up to their court hearings, don't be afraid to follow up, because there might be options. It's worse if they don't show up to their hearing and there is an order of deportation in absentia, because then they will be in more legal trouble.
Angelica says she'll use these next 4 months to get all her documentation in order so that she is able to travel back to her home country and be reunited with her family and her husband. Reporting in downtown, Jonathan Mejia, Fox 26 News.